Hello everyone, my name is Bragasena and welcome to my video. I am a student from the 11th grade laboratory testing analysis program. Today I'm going to show you on how to collect and test our tap water sample. And without further ado, let's get on to it. Alright, before we start the procedure, let me introduce you to the tools and materials. First we have the sample bottle which I'm holding, and we have a raffia string, we have aluminum foil 10 by 10 centimeters, we have scissors, we have tongs and a tray, we have a beaker glass, we have a napkin and some tissue, we have a label and a pen to write down, we got a pH meter on the right, and we have a TDS meter on the left, and also we have an oven. And let me show you the chemicals that we need. Go over here, and for start, of course you need distilled water to clean out something, and we have 0.1 N of sodium thiosulfate which I'm holding there, and we have 2 N of sulfuric acid. Right, now that we have all the tools and materials ready, let's proceed to the procedure. First off, you gotta wash your hands with running water till they're clean, and then if you can, dry it down with something dry, maybe some tissue or a napkin, because it's gonna be hard to when you're gonna wear PPE, which is some gloves, a lab coat and some mask. Alright, then you take the sample bottle and clean it with some tap water. As you clean it, make sure you swirl around like that to get all of the good edges. After you rinse it with tap water, make sure that you rinse it once again, or maybe 2 times if you want, with some distilled water that you have prepared before. Make sure you swirl around and throw it out. After that, you add 4 drops of 0.1 and sodium thiosulfate into the bottle. After that, you close the bottle, the cap, and cover the cap with the aluminum foil, and then you tie it with raffia string that you cut up before with your scissors. Be careful when you tie it with your raffia string, because it's a bit hard to tie it with such a small tie, especially with a small bottle. You might actually just knock the bottle down, so be careful. Right, after that, get the label and make sure that the label already has the source of water, the date and time of the sampling, the location of the sampling, and preservative added, and finally the sampler's name. Alright, after you do both of them, let's go to the oven. And you put it in the oven for 120 Celsius for 20 minutes straight. After 20 minutes, you bring it out with tongs and a tray. Make sure you don't use your hands, because you might burn your fingertips. Alright, let's take it and proceed to the next part. Before we take the sample from the tap water, make sure you wipe the surface with some normal tissue. Then let the tap flow and let it go for 5 seconds, about that. While it goes, you sterilize it with some wet tissue. Because it's a plastic tap, you use wet tissue. But if it's a metal tap, you need to use fire to sterilize it. And after that, you open the sample bottle that has been in the oven, or the oven now, and You fill it until 3/4 full. Right. And fill it in. First bottle, about 3/4, so it's like about full but not too full. Right, about that. Then do the same with the second bottle. It needs 2 bottles because this test needs to be done twice for accuracy. Alright, now you take that bottle that you had just filled 3/4 half full, and you get 2 and sulfuric acid. And you take about 2 to 3 drops. For me, I use 3. You just take 3 drops from it and give it in. So the sulfuric acid acts as a preservative. Make sure you do it with both the sample bottle, and then you close it back. Great. After that, let's head on to the last part. So you unopen it of both the sample bottle, take off the aluminum foil and untie the raffia string, and then you pour it into the beaker glass. Pour it carefully. Right. Then you get your meters ready. Now this is the exciting part because this is all the hard work you've done for. First off, I'm going for my pH meter. You can go for your TDS meter. It's alright if you want to go for TDS first, but I'm using my pH. And wait until it stops at the number and write it down on the job sheet or some paper. Right. Oh, it's a bit too low for water, isn't it? No, I'm sure it's fine. Right, then you get your TDS meter and you check and write it down when the number stops, and also don't forget to check the temperature by pressing the button in the middle. Alright, that's all for the water sampling. Thank you for watching my video, and big shout out to my English teacher and also my analysis teacher.